Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for my client Ted's vlog. Quick reminder though, if you guys would please click like down below, be greatly appreciated. If you are not subscribed or following, please do so. And if you will be kind enough to leave me a comment down below, be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. So we started his max effort upper off with closed grip pen press. Now he chooses the only closed grip bench. We just feel better for it for his goals overall, so we just run with it. He wants to close grip bench, coach is going to have him close grip bench. So we've gotten stronger and stronger here. So 260 off pins, we'll take it. A lot of people have noted his shoulders are crazy strong. His shoulder development is good, which is why, again, he strict presses 200. He's inclined 225 on camera. But we're okay with that. He's not really interested in wider grip benching or the impact of it on his shoulders. So again, we choose to just close grip, and it works for his goals. So he also feels like he's got a press PR coming up. For those curious, he's about 190 right now, and obviously pretty lean. So for a lot of our supplemental work, it's pretty straightforward. We do a little bit of rep work on there because we only do the flat bench there. We do speed bench on the other day, right, with bands. So we do a little bit of flat benching after. We do incline bench. We do overhead press. Right? And notice again, he has a 200 strict press. So doing stuff like 155 for rep work, pretty easy. Notice it's smooth for him. He has a very solid lockout. He's got great shoulder mobility, right? Definitely a strong point for him. But again, a young athletic guy. That's what we expect to see. That's what we want to see. So after that, we do pull-ups. We do some JM floor presses, and he does some curls. And that pretty much is max effort upper day. Yes, it's a lot of volume. He's a highly conditioned athlete, so he does a lot of volume. But here we have our weighted pull-ups. So again, pretty good at those also. Notice we do them from a dead hang, right? Again, great shoulder mobility, great overall strength. Again, very, very athletic. Again, he does other stuff, does martial arts and things. So again, all his stuff, he also was a track athlete when younger. Over here, we're going to work on the JM floor press. So what we are doing now, we realize we're just going to keep getting those triceps stronger. Everyone's like, he's got big triceps. He does, but he wants that closed grip bench to get bigger. We'd like to crack a 300 closed grip. Okay, is a very, very solid goal. So we've definitely got the shoulder strength there. Pecs are just going to kind of be along for the ride with what we do for him with his training. So it's going to be a matter of just getting those triceps crazy strong. Well, this will do it. So we're going to run this for a phase, and if we start feeling it getting beat up, we'll rotate it back out. But I figure, about a 3-week block of these, and then we can rotate them. Then he always comes up with his own curl stuff. I threw him in here later. All right, for max effort lower, we did the cambered bar on a box. He got 355 on a low box, and he's like, yeah, that was a little bit scary, which is very, very normal for that bar. Anyone who's used a cambered bar on a low box knows exactly what he experienced. They're like, yeah, that bar feels like it's going to get out of control. It's that inability to stabilize it when it swings back, right? When it swings back, it tries to pull you backwards. So like when the SSB pulls you forward, the cambered bar will pull you back, and you have to stay super tight on that box or you will lose it. You'll end up almost getting pulled backwards. So when he's like, yeah, I felt a little dicey, I'm like, yeah. I know as a coach who's done that lift, I know exactly what you were talking about. And anyone who's done it will also. All right, so for other work, we obviously do machine squats, we do reverse hypers, we do glute ham raises, we do good mornings, okay? All of our bread and butter stuff. We build posterior chain. We build that posterior chain up. So again, this phase we've been pushing the SSB on the good morning. We were running for a couple months. We were running the cambered bar. Now we're over to the SSB. So again, I get a little more T-spine because for him, it's about building that upper back. We've realized, and he's realized, his upper back is what limits his squats. SSB work will fix that. So we can also test the SSB back squat as a tester to know if he's ready to PR his squats. If he's used to squatting deep, he's got quads, he's got adductors. We're going to work the adductors and stuff a little more. We're going to build some of that up. But right now, that upper back is what limits him. So that's what we have to push. That's what we're going to do. But we're obviously not neglecting the quads and the adductors. So even his sumo speed pulls and stuff will help with that. But over here, of course, then we're going to have our nice wide stance belt squats. So again, this builds our quads, it builds our adductors. And again, notice most of the stuff he does is really deep. It is deep, it's full ranges of motion. We're going to work in some other machines though for his legs, so we're going to have a little bit heavier work because he's getting strong enough we can do that, like a lot of my advanced guys do, to where we do some heavier stuff on max effort day, and then we do really just rep stuff out of dynamic effort. But again here, belt squat. So that's again what were our accessories for the day. It's going to be belt squat, good morning, glute ham raise, reverse hyper. Okay. We don't always necessarily have room to fit all of that in on the speed days because we have speed squats and speed pulls. So I'm not going to throw too much the accessory stuff in for the rest of the vlog for that. We're just going to see all the speed work coming up. I did throw in the curls. He's like I call him Teddy curls because he's like, his name's Ted. So you're joking about him. He's like, I invented my own type of curl. I'm like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. He's got great biceps, so he can do whatever he wants for his curls. He likes to change it up, and that's perfectly fine. I think people need to realize that too. Curl is a curl at the end of the day, and as long as you're pushing hard, it's fine. As long as you're taking the sets close to failure and there's a general progression, you're good. All right, so speed bench. Speed bench. We're doing dynamic effort against bands. Obviously, the weight on the bar is pretty light with what we're doing because it's all percentage based. And I like most of my lifters to be at around 50% of their max for speed work. I have math on how we determine that with bands and chains, which I discuss with my people often to make sure they understand for our setups. And then they, of course, measure stuff. He's got fish scales and stuff so he can measure it. So again, speed bench, we do triples with 30 seconds break. And then he's like, here's the curl I decided I'd mess with. It's almost like a barbell concentration curl. But it works, right? It's strict. He's got the mobility to do it. He's almost just showing off his mobility. He's like, I just dropped down here into a third world squat. He's like, hey, coach, you're a Slav. And he didn't say that. But I'm Slavic. So it's like, why don't you do these, coach? Like, I'm going to be called out on that. So, speed pulls. We do sumo against bands right now. So for this phase, it's a sumo phase, and then we're doing the SSB for the box. So, and then we'll probably go back to a different bar for those when we go back to conventional. So again, we do speed pulls, and then he does speed squats with the safety squat bar. So again, he's getting better at setting up his band setups and learning the tensions and how to do all those. And it's not always easy to set up for him on the squat setup, so he's going to be working on that. So we just did straight weight this week. But overall, and then the accessories are pretty similar to the upper days. But again, happy with it. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.